Grab that cup of tea and roll one. Yeah! This is a King of Heart Productions alongside Lee Dale's Animations. The video content belongs solely to Peckham Rye Football TV, so please sit back, relax and enjoy. Yeah!
Peckham Rye, ride or die. Peckham Rye, ride or die. Peckham Rye, ride or die. We go hard till the fans get high. Peckham Rye, ride or die. Peckham Rye, ride or die. Peckham Rye, ride or die. We go hard till the fans get high.
Where you at, man? Alright, cool. Can you go give them this skate? They don't let you do It's nearly 10 past now. I don't think we've got time to do it.
Can you just grab some? Oh, you're doing it? Can you say that for a minute while I did the team sheet?
Yeah, okay.
And these people here, look, Ricky and Andy owe fine money as well. And ask them if they've got any money for training.
2 and 2 innit?
What, for training or for the game? Nice. Right, put Chris down. 20. So he's done for training.
Not getting the exposure you're that expected to get, to be honest.
Dan,
Yeah.
I'm going to say next round.
Yeah.
Who's got subs? Who's got subs?
Let me get back.
Sub.
I transfer as well.
Fella, please get out of here.
Dane and Andy transfer.
Yeah, just fucking just put that
He's got Lira on him.
Listen, wait, we've got 3 minutes. Don't take them lightly today, okay? Go out there, go for the win. But you know what today, lads? Enjoy yourself. Let's just switch on and do a job. Listen, last week we was just all over the shop, weren't we? We started off slow. We weren't up for the game. You need to motivate yourself for these games, because if we don't start motivating ourselves for these big games, we're never going to get anywhere. We're going to be nearly men all the time, nearly men, because we're not motivated enough to push ourselves. You all got to push yourselves today, lads, that extra bit, because they're going to come out here today, they're going to want to win. They're going to see us as a scalp at another division up. Don't take them lightly. Go out and win the game, all right? This is how we're going to start, yeah? Mick, in goal.
Mick. Cheers.
Right, listen, we're going to go 4 at the back today. So Rick, you're coming at right back.
Fucking well, Rick.
All right, we'll go Blaine and Jim, centre halves. Shano, left back for us today, yeah? All right, then we're gonna go Ant, birthday boy, on the right, yeah? Big game. All right, Keenan, our captain today, yeah? Listen, big game, keep it simple, yeah? Let's play football, all right? In the middle, one sec, don't give him a minute. In the middle, Charlie, you go in the middle with John and Dean, and then we'll play Bob up top on his own. All right, listen, Dean and John, listen. Hey, Dean and John, I want you just to sit in front of the back, yeah? One of you just push up, but predominantly let Charlie have a free roll to link up with Bob, yeah? And then that gives Keenan and Anthony the space on the wings, all right? Char, you're on the set pieces, all right? On their corners, Ricky and Shane, I want you on the posts, yeah? Dino, on our corners, I want you on their keeper. Look at the size of him, yeah? Block his view, all right? If you get a chance today, anyone, pull the trigger, okay? Bob, on our corners, you sit on the edge. Anything comes out, it goes straight back in, yeah? Don't get caught with it there, okay? Charlie and Dean, sort the wall out. On their free kicks, anything near our box, you're sorting it out, okay? Listen, let's get the ball and play out on the floor. Let's try and play football. Let's not hump it. Let's try and play football as a team, as a unit. But listen, enjoy it. If one of you makes a mistake, I don't want to hear anyone getting on anyone's back, yeah? Me and Owen will do that. Just play football.
Okay, welcome back to another edition of Peckham Rye Football TV. This week we take on Avery Hill Athletic from Division 5 in the Westford Shield. As you can see, we have totally started this off with a new and dynamic views. Thanks to the match view. Go check them out on all social media. Links will be in the description below. We will be working with them for the foreseeable future, so go check them out and see what's good. Yeah! Okay, so let's get back to this game and see what's really good. So we picked the game up with them playing the ball into the midfield, but it's nicked by Charlie to their centre back, who plays it forward up to their top man, who holds on to it, plays a good ball out to the left for the winger, doesn't see it out,
And you stopped on that?
and that's good covering. Okay, let's move on. So the throw-in comes in, it gets flicked on more or less by our own player, but we got away with that. It's a foul. Didn't really see much in it, but the referee sees something that I did. Now I know what you're thinking. What view do I watch? This is all too complicated. Well, you watch the view that you can keep up with. But a little tip, if you're boss-eyed, watch the left one. Did anyone get that? Because if you didn't, it means watch, nah, forget it. Anyway, let's move on. So we picked the game up from the government satellite view. Yes, they are watching. We've got the athletic player turning into trouble, but keeps possession, plays it back to retrieve it back, puts in a good ball. Good clearance by Ricky, picked up by Charlie. What's Charlie gonna do? It's a boss level ball. Up to Bob, who runs away from these two defenders like they've got the coronavirus, sends them both to quarantine, and has a shot! Crazy! Shot gets blocked, and it's very good defending to clear at the last minute. So let's pick things up with a Peckham Rye throwing down the line, which absolutely clears everyone and allows their centre back to pump it straight back down the line. Softish tackle by Dino, but recovers. Good recovery from Keenan. It's a bit scrappy at the moment. Peckham free kick. Now I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but I'm keeping it anyway. Listen.
What's the name of your club?
It's called Peckham Rye FC.
Well, I tell you what, mate, there's better football out there than you see at Welling. Welling are shocking.
Now I want to be clear. That guy had nothing to do with Peckham Rye Football Club. He was just merely in the park watching the game. Let's get back to it. So we got Keenan on the ball, plays it out to Ricky. Ricky, slightly heavy touch, but plays it down the line. Good recovery, but it goes out for a throw. Oh, come on, lads. After what that guy just said. Anyway, we pick the game back up with Ricky on the ball, plays the ball down the line to Anthony. Anthony's looking to get a cross in. No one in the box. Their defenders come back and clean up the situation, but clear it only as far as John. John has a spooky one, but lands at Charlie's feet somehow. Charlie keeps possession, plays it to Keenan. Keenan gives the ball back. Right, so next segment. I don't know what the ref's giving there, but it looks like they're doing a substitution. Yep, I think they are. The guy's limping off. He's hurt himself somehow. Speedy recovery, hopefully. Or maybe he's just tired. Who knows? Anyway, throwing comes in. Dean controls that lovely. Plays it into John. John turns out. Looks for the quick ball to Thierry. Bob Wee looks to go past 1, 2. He's gone past. He's in. There's a shot. Goal kick. Anyway, we start the next segment with the goal kick. He pumps it up to the field, but only as far as Charlie, who gets a knock back into Bob. Bob plays in Anthony, who gets a chance to stretch his legs and gallops up the field, but unfortunately the bad touch allows the defender in. So it looks like an athletic throw has been awarded. Let's see what pops off. Whilst we wait for the throw to come in, now is the time to either like, comment or subscribe, or do all three. So the throw comes in, it's held up by their striker. Dean gets a foot on it as far as Keenan. Keenan tries to play it back, but then Dean loses possession. Athletic with a very high press come away with it. Look to keep possession, they play it back, but the press again. They pump it forward, but Jim cleans all that up. As far as Charlie now switch! Now we're going to show you that whole segment again because it was unclear. So Keenan's on the ball, does a trick, goes past two. Dean's pressured, loses out by 3 of their players. Good pressing. They play it back into Dean, get the ricochet. They try to play it back to keep possession, only to go long to Jim. Jim cleans up to Charlie. Charlie holds it off very well, plays it back to Jim. Jim goes to Shane. Shane all the time in the world. Lovely ball across field, but very dangerous at the same time. Then Ricky does this. Maybe he didn't get a call that he got time. So we're going to pick the game up with a Peckham Rye attack. Charlie on the ball. Once again, he's got Bob in front of him, but he plays it square onto John. John plays a good ball up to Bob, who holds it up well. Back to John. John plays it quickly to Keenan, but Keenan's touch throws him under the bus. But Shane picks it up, looks to go across field. Good ball out to Dean. Dean picks it up, plays it back into Keenan, but Keenan's touch takes out the defender, so now they're both under the bus. But fortunately, Peckham come away with the ball. Shane with a nice ball out to Rick. Rick plays it out to John. John simply plays it back to Blaine, but Blaine ain't playing first touch football today. He decides to come back with the ball to keep possession. Gets away with it, looks to goal line, and guess what? Oh, man down. Anyway, keeping things moving. We pick the game up with Shane on the ball. Calm as you like, plays it up to Keenan. Keenan holds onto it, does another trick, but goes out for a throw. Now, I know they're not actual tricks, but he's trying to roll his foot across the ball, and on this surface, that's tricky. Back to the action. So we got a clearance from the defender, only as far as Blaine. Look how he's running. It's like a gazelle reaching adulthood. Anyway, nice and smooth, takes out that guy, sends him to the shop, plays a ball across field to Shane. Shane with all the time in the world, and guess what? Instead of galloping forward, Shane cuts back, plays a simple ball across field into John, which is a perfect option, allowing it to go across his body. Gets Ricky onto the ball. Ricky plays a simple ball up top to John again. John sets Anthony on his way. Anthony's running down the wing, goes past one, puts the ball in. Charlie's coming in. Oh, it's a save, buddy. Keep away with it. No, he's done it. No. Jesus, take the wheel, please. This is too much. So as we see on the replay, Anthony does a good bit of work, puts the ball in. Charlie 1 save, 2 save. Bob comes in, 3 saves for the keeper. That is crazy talk. Well done. Let's see it from this angle. Oh, how's he? Oh, it was handled. So we're straight back on it with an athletic throw in. Player holds up the ball to turn into Dean though, but gets it back, plays it into the midfield, pops it over to their midfielder who sets in their striker. We look for the offside, but shocking. Gotta take those chances, buddy. Okay, that's half time. Once again, big shout outs and recommendation to the Match Views for bringing us this kind of angles from the government satellite. I'll show you the world, baby. Forgive me, I'm excited.
Because the chances are few and far between. You've seriously got to wake up. Because what we're watching, but you all have got to seriously up your levels, honestly. There's no movement. We're doing the wrong thing. We're trying to be too pretty in certain areas when you can't, because you're causing your teammates to be under pressure. Alright, we're going to change it right in the second half. It might be wrong, but you know what we're going to go with. So, we're going to go 3 at the back this half, right? We're going to go... Dino, take a breather for us, yeah? We're going to go Ricky, Blaine and Jim at the back, yeah? Shano, come out on the left, yeah? In the middle, we're going to go John, Tiny, come on, and Charlie stay in the middle. Who did we have out on the right for? And stay on the right for a minute. Keenan, take a breather for us. Malik, come on up front with Bob, and then we're making subs in 5 minutes, yeah? Listen, we need to see a massive improvement, right? Get the ball down and play on the floor. Win your first and seconds all the time. Don't back off, yeah? Listen, they're not afraid to put a challenge in. You've got to stop putting challenges back in.
After an interesting first half, we set up for the second half on the government satellite. Let's hope the game is more entertaining and settles down a lot quicker than the first. So we begin the half with an athletic kick. They play it back to their right back, goes back into the midfield, but he's highly pressured, plays it back to their left back, who's got time and space, plays it to their left midfielder, who cuts back in, does a bit of a mad run, all falls for Malik. Malik's got runners past him, looks for the option to John. John plays it over to Bob. Bob's in, but it's just a bit overcooked. Keeper picks up. Let's go. Next segment. So it's a throw-in. Ball comes to Tiny. Tiny plays it into Anthony, plays it back to Tiny, but just misses out. They look to go on the counter, then they play a lovely ball, but it's been called for offside. So Mick decides to play the ball nowhere near the actual place where the offside's given. But anyway, Blaine's on the ball, plays a lovely ball to John. John with some good close control, turns out, plays it to Ricky. Ricky's in that place again, bundles of space, puts a good ball down to Bob. Bob with good control, beats his man, goes past one, should slip it in, probably the wrong side, but that's close. Keeper comes out, saves the day again. So we pick the game up with a throw-in. Blaine wins the ball back, Shane collects, pops it to John. John releases it's a boss level ball, which releases Malik down the wing. He's looking for options, plays in a good ball to Bob. Bob, good touch, plays it into Charlie. Charlie, touch lets him down. Bob has a shot, and the keeper has probably shafted him. Corner comes in, good clearance, but only as far as Bob. Brings it down, looks to take on 4-man, but he don't really care, so he tries it anyway. Gets down the line, puts a good ball in, but it's no one coming onto it, no one's gambled, so it goes off for a throw. Good play. So next segment, we've got the keeper with the ball in his hands. He's looking to launch it, get his team up the pitch just to help out and relieve some pressure, see what they can do on the counter, and maybe even get that all-important goal. So the ball comes down the pitch, good touch by their centre forward, who's given too much time to turn and get his head up, but fortunately Jim's able to get in an interception. They play it out on the wing, they look to go live with a good run for their centre forward. They get onto it, but he's absolutely been covered by Jim there. Next phase, we've got Mick playing the ball out to Ricky. The pitch is cutting up badly at this stage. Ricky plays the ball down to Anthony. Anthony gets the ball off to Tiny. Tiny, lovely little touch around the corner from John, which sends Shane on his way. Shane's now running down the pitch, got the freedom of the pitch, cuts back in, plays it back into Tiny, but it's overhit, but it falls to John. John with a lovely ball over to Bob. Bob takes it on, but very good defending, gets shrugged out, but it's a good move nonetheless. Goes out for a throw. Quick corner taken, ball put in. Oh, we're getting closer. With that save stroke pass, the bounce has deceived Tiny, which allows their player to play in the ball, but he's been called offside there. Looked very close to me, would have been a very good counter attack. So we pick the game up with the free kick. Jim plays it out to Blaine. Blaine, again, too much time if I'm being honest, plays it to Shane. Shane steps back in, but it goes out for a throw. Now, if I haven't already said it, please like, drop a comment, and subscribe just to show you your appreciation for the videos. It takes time and energy to do them, so it would be nice to get some energy back from you guys who are watching. Anyway, let's get back with the action. So we start the proceedings off with a Peckham Rye throw. Ball comes in only for their midfielder to head it out for another throw. Switch! So the ball comes over, flicked on to Bob. Bob turns his man, looks to put Peckham on their way in terms of a counter attack, plays it out to Malik. Malik slows down the game, again looking for options. He dazzles one, goes the other way. I don't know what's happening, but I can only assume it was a decent tackle because it goes off for a throw. So anyway, Charlie takes the throw. They go up, almost give away a penalty at the same time. Ball gets played back to Charlie. Charlie turns out, holds up the ball very well, in fact. Plays it to Malik. Malik has a shot, but it's saved. Ricochet, Bob has a goal. Oh, what a save. This keeper's a madness. So the corner comes in, Charlie puts a good ball up. Oh, allow it. Ball comes back off the crossbar, but the attack's still on. Manny looks to size up a shot, comes off of Charlie. Oh, it's all ricocheting now, but they scrap to get it away. Charlie plays in a boss level ball again. It's flicked on. Oh, it's a goal! Let's see that again. Boss level ball by Charlie, flick off of John. Anthony loses his man and calmly finishes. That's 1-0, what the game needed. So Athletic with a kickoff, needing to get back into the game as first strike goes to Peckham. So we're gonna fast forward as much doesn't happen between now and then. Charlie over the free kick. Oh, it's close. Comes off the bar. Let's see it from this angle. Charlie steps up. Oh! Switch! I'm not going to talk about that noise the cameraman just made. Anyway, in the midst of all that, we had a substitution and Chris is on the field now and he's playing right back. So we picked the game up with Charlie just giving the ball away, but luckily falling to Manny. Manny pops it back to Dean. Dean to Charlie, holds it up well, back to Dean. Dean looks to put in, Manny holds off his man, but is unlucky and is cut out. The ball finds its way back to Dean, turns his man and tries the diagonal, puts in Malik. Now we're on the attack, but the defender does well to catch up and marshals that out. Good defending. So we start off with a goal kick. Played up the field, but only as far as Keenan. Gets a good strong head on it, but it falls to their centre-back, who plays it to the midfield, but they get caught on the break with a 4-on-4 situation evolving. Bob plays it out to Malik, but it's a poor ball. They get away with it. Luckily, Dino keeps the situation alive. A good tackle by their player, but only sees it as far as Keenan. Keenan looks to break down the line, goes down the line, but it goes for a throw. Malik steps up for a free kick. Not a bad effort, but keepers behind that, seen that all the way. So the keeper with a big boot out upfield, but only as far as Tiny. Good pressure, looks to play in Manny. Manny's got the legs on the defender. I know you can't see it by the scoreboard, but all that happens, the defender recovers and it goes out. I'm not moving the scoreboard for that. It's been a very interesting game. Performance-wise, it's not the greatest from the Rye, but we just literally had to get the job done. And there you have the final whistle.
Yes, ref. Thank you. Well done, man. You see that in the second leg, innit? Yeah, man, a good shift, man. Well done. Well done, you guys, yeah? Hey.
Charlie, you're 4, right?
Yes, brother. Nice one.
Wait, lads, listen, let's listen up. Wait, what I will say is, that was a much better second half, wasn't it? A few little mishaps here and there, they got through, but as a whole, we dominated the second half. We've hit the post, we've hit the crossbar. Well done, we lifted up our tempo and we rolled up our sleeves, didn't we? Now we've got them at home next week and we take a slight advantage going into the game. But listen, well done, everyone deserves a pat on the back for that second half. Wait, we just got to get ourselves up for games earlier, yeah? So we're ready, we're ready for these games from the off, yeah? We can punish. Today I think they got out of jail a little bit, but well done, alright? Everyone deserves it, yeah? Let's keep it up.
I see you try and score.
Thank you for that.
I see you try and score on your Ertstrong.
Yeah, man.
Right near the end, boy.
You know.
Yeah, I even saw you started smiling afterwards. I saw you.
The grass is frozen.
Yeah.
Fucking grass, man.
That's what I'm saying. Just never catched it.
Yeah, you your birthday?
Play, yes. Came your birthday, brother. Play.
Yes, bro. Not one shot on time.
Here we are with Gibson and Andy. It's your birthday today, so first off, happy birthday. Hope you have a good one for the rest of the day.
Got the winner on his birthday.
On your birthday.
I felt I scored today. You know, daughter's watching and everything, so
showed it out for the family.
So you had to pull it out for the family. How do you think? Do you think it was a tough game?
Yeah, to be honest, I think they defended well. I think we started slow, but we was always in control of the game. I didn't feel they could threaten us anyhow.
You know what? First half, I thought we was a bit stale, to be honest. We never really got going. We was playing downhill as well. We had the wind, but we never kind of utilised anything, to be honest. So things had to change. We had to motivate, get people up for the game. We came through in the end, obviously, and getting the winner 1-0. It was. You know what? Credit to them. They was
quite solid.
They was quite 1-0. We take it into next week, and obviously we can go again with that. So here's what it is. But we'd like to have taken it in a bit more. But it's all about the win, isn't it? We got the win on the day, and we take them back to Dulwich next week, and hopefully we finish the job and then go into the next round.
Yeah, well done.
Cheers, mate. Alright, we're here with Blaine, obviously skipper for the second half. Blaine, what's your thoughts on the game?
The first half was quite poor, to be fair. I think it's a bit deep. We got the win, which is good. We come off a few good performances in the last few weeks. A tough one last week, and we kind of carried that bad performance into the first half. We were in control, don't get me wrong. I don't think we had a shot really. It was pretty comfortable, but for what we can do, it was a few levels below it. But second half stepped up, got the goal. Probably should have had 2 or 3 more. So we'll take it in front to next week with our tails up.
Who's your man of the match today?
Man of the match for me, probably I'll give Bob. I think in the first half, he's probably the only player that looked lively, come close a few times. Second half, he carried on working, created quite a lot for us, so I'll go with Bob on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
What about the opposition? Any thoughts on them? Or?
Nah, I don't want to be disrespectful to people, but like I said, at the back we were comfortable. I didn't really feel threatened. I think one long ball where we switched off was pretty much the only scary moment we had. They defended well. Their big centre back was a bit of a lump, won quite a few headers, so probably give it to him because he defended well. But going forward, they didn't really offer anything. So yeah, we're pretty comfortable, like I said.
Back home next week, you think we'll finish the job off? Or?
I think back home, good pitch, big pitch. Hopefully a little bit less windy. I think we'll put them to the sword a bit, but they'll come with their tails up. You know, they was probably expecting to get tonked, and they've come away with a 1-0 loss, so they'll come through next week. But I think we'll be a lot better.
Nice one. Cheers, Blue.
No worries.
Yeah, go. So we're here with Brownie, Brownie Sports Photography. Hit him up if you need your games filmed. Get at him. He's a good, reliable guy. He's been training with the club. He's here today with his GoPros. Brownie, what's your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a game for the elements. The wind took a little bit of everything. First half, the Rye weren't as good as they normally are. They got pressed high, and it took a time to figure it out. And for Avery, who are a young team who I've been involved with, they gave a good account of themselves.
Okay. Who do you think was man of the match?
Oh, do you know what? I wouldn't give it to anyone today. I'm joking. I'd say the goalkeeper. To be honest, our goalkeeper kept us in the game, and when it's not going your way, and the keeper makes the mistakes that he makes, he keeps you in the game, and you get that 1-0 win. I think it was just enough today, and I think the keeper gets man of the match.
I think you picked up some good footage on the GoPros, though.
I'm not sure. I gave it all to Duke, and Duke's going to take them home, and I'm going to collaborate a little bit more with Duke as time goes on, and I'm definitely going to be coming down here for the Rye. Hopefully putting on a Rye shirt soon as well.
Let's hope so. You've been training every week. So
yeah,
what's your thoughts on the club?
It's such a well-run club. Everyone's so welcoming. You come down, training's taken as seriously as it can be, and as things go on, this club's going to, as I can see, it's just going to keep going higher and higher. And some of the players you've got down here are good. Need to add maybe 1 or 2 additions, but at the same time, everyone plays for the shirt, and you can see it when you're down here. No one's on anyone's back during the game, and it's well run. I think this is the right place to be.
Nice one, Brownie. Cheers for your time, mate. Keep up the good work.
First off, let me start with the left wing. White paint on my boots, no devlin. Why? Man, stay out wide, made runs that will leave a whole right back stressing. Then we got Gibbs Rowe, team manager. On a Sunday, far from amateur, setting up tactics, gonna win matches. No other manager touching his caliber. Wait, let me tell you about Duke. If I shout out through, what do you think he'll do? Trust me, man's not talking about juice. If I give that ball, he's due to go boom. Peck and Rye don't have no jokers. King of Hearts, only card I'm holding. Gonna win this league with ease, and next year gonna get 1-up promotion. Peck and Rye,